Hello everyone. Just a quick video. I'm not much of a news junkie, but boy, the world. I woke up this morning to the internet was abuzz with the supposed suicide of Jeffrey Epstein. So, if you've been on the internet at all, you've probably seen or heard a lot of what's going on. And of course, the corporate media is spinning the same story. He was found dead in his cell of an apparent suicide. Okay. But then shortly after, a photo emerges of him on a gurney being wheeled either out of the place or into a hospital, or we don't really know. And yet there's resuscitation equipment all around him and hooked up to him. So what's the story? Okay, there's your first red flag right there. If he died in his cell, why are we still trying to resuscitate him on the gurney, right? I mean, right off the bat, if this thing doesn't stink to high heaven, yeah. So, if you followed Bill and Hill at all throughout the last 25, 30 years, or maybe even, go all the way back to when Bill was Attorney General in Arkansas, around 77, 78, something like that. You've probably heard of the Clinton death trail or the Clinton body count, right? Hashtag Clinton body count or whatever. You can Google it, right? Just type in Clinton body count or a Clinton death count, right? All the people that have died through the years from mysterious circumstances or suicides, like Vince Foster, for example, in 1993. We all know this guy was connected to the Clintons. We all know that he was a huge donor to the Clintons. We know that he had connections way high up in the quote unquote deep state, powers that be, Israel, Mossad, we know that. We know he did. And so, I don't know what happened here, but I know he didn't commit suicide. He may have tried, actually. Ben Swan, who is a great, independent, internet reporter kind of guy. He was on RT just like a week ago. And he came right out and said, hey, this guy is not long for this world. If he stays in jail and doesn't kill himself, they will find a way to kill him. If he gets out of jail, they will kill him. Because they absolutely cannot take the risk of having him sing at this point, right? There's too many names, too many governors, too many senators, too many congresspeople, right? Bill and Hill. This guy, to take down this guy, and then if he sang, it would be the biggest undercovering of the deep state's operations in the history of the deep state, right? Whatever the deep state is, the powers that be. And heck, I don't know what it is, but I know it's something. I know it's something because every fucking corporate media outlet, pardon my language there, but if that offends you, I apologize. Every corporate media outlet, even Fox News, right? They're all telling us the same thing. Parent suicide, it's just like anything else where they cook up a story. He's probably not even dead. They probably just snuck him out of the jail and snuck him back to Israel or snuck him back to his private island. I'm just hypothesizing here, but all those things are possible, right? They want to control this guy at this point because they can't take a chance. So he either needs to be dead or he needs to be totally 100% under their control. And this whole thing that broke this morning, come on. If you're on the internet or if any of these circles at all, right? You could see this coming, like it was coming right down 6th Avenue with its high beams on, right? You knew this guy was going to be dead very soon, right? Suicided. Hashtag suicided. Yeah. Well, I just had to say something about it because there's a whole lot of stuff going on YouTube. Everybody's chiming in and, why not join the fun? Why not join the party? It is what it is, right? Don't you love people that say that? It is what it is. Yeah. So I don't know what else to say. I was going to, I just think the whole thing is kind of funny. I mean, it's not funny that he's maybe dead. But the guy obviously was, I mean, he was never he was convicted, back whenever that was, 10, 15 years ago, and he got that, slap on the wrist, sort of the, Holiday Inn Hotel jail that he was at, where he only had to be in his cell from like 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., and he could go out and do whatever he wanted other than that, and that only lasted 13 months. And then the guy that was the prosecutor back then, that prosecuted him and put him in jail, was the guy working for Trump. I can't remember his name, but he just resigned suddenly, right? Just recently. I mean, this whole thing stinks. It stinks so bad, and I don't know. I don't have any of the answers, but all I know is it stinks. I know that he was related to the Clintons in a big way. Bill has lied about going on his plane. He's lied. First he said he only went once, then he said he's gone 4 times, but the records show he was on there up to either 26 or more times on the Lolita Express going to his private island, right? So, what do you think? Hashtag suicided. Hashtag Clinton body count. Hashtag Clinton body count grows by 1 today, right? If he truly is dead. So, what do y'all think? I mean, I think people in my circles, I think they would tend to agree with me. I think that they either offed him, took him out, or they snuck him out, and he'll never be seen from again. He might be under a knife right now somewhere getting plastic surgery. So, I mean, these are all just guesses, hypotheses, but they're all things that could happen. They really could happen, because this is a huge story. I mean, and again, I'm not a big news junkie. I mean, I get most of my news from a radio show that I listen to. I rarely even, and the internet. I don't ever turn on the TV, I don't watch Fox News. I don't watch CNN. It's all the same stuff with a slightly different bent, right? But ultimately, you get the same story. You can flip if I ever do watch the TV, you can flip the channel around, and you get the same story all day today on the internet. I saw something from Fox. I saw something from CNN. I saw something from MSNBC. All the same thing. Jeffrey Epstein found dead in his cell for an apparent suicide. Now, who actually believes that? People that are brainwashed and mind-numbed to the corporate media will go for that. Right? But people that are halfway awake, woke, right? People that are woke, or even slightly awake, know that this story stinks to high heaven, man. It's as fishy can be. So, that's all I had to say. Tell me what you think below, and, it's a good conversation to have, because this is a story that I saw a couple things on the internet today that said August 10th, 2019, the day where we all became conspiracy theorists, right? I mean, the average person has to look at this and go, wait a minute, this just stinks, right? If you know anything about anything, you think this just stinks, right? Connection to the Clintons, yada, yada, yada. Okay, now I'm starting to repeat myself, so I better just end this, and would love to have a conversation with anybody that's interested. Like I said, I don't know what happened, but I sure am suspicious of the official story, like a lot of this crap that comes out, right? All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.